is the Irontrader. It is Tuesday morning. So as usual, we are going to review crude oil here and natural gas. But first of all, we're going to take a look here at Bitcoin, BTC. This video is for information purposes only, not a recommendation to buy, sell any stock, about ETF. Please like, subscribe. Thanks for watching. All right, first on the docket here, we're going to take a little peek ski here at Bitcoin. Now, I know a lot of people like to trade this, and I think eventually this is going to rip much, much higher. Now, you can see the nice run-up we had, and then we just have this sideways action. But really what this does, when you get this sideways action, it builds energy, and then when she rips, it rips much, much higher. Okay, so let's just take a closer look here and see what we got. Okay, now, you can see what we had here. We got as high as 64, what is that? Yeah, 64,835. Okay, so you want to really go to that price channel. That's 65,200. That'd be the top of that candle here. So now we got to see what this is actually going to do here. Now, is this going to be a double top situation? And it's going to come right on down here like we had here. See this double top? Okay, then she sold off nicely. Or is it going to break right through that? Okay, so let's take a look at the upside. If we can close above that 65,200, that's going to be very, very key. Then what we do is we just go right to the next level here, which is going to be right there. Okay, so then you're looking at 66,065. Then we just work our way up here. You got 67,360, and then we come up here. You have 68,135, and then we'll come here. You got 69,025, and then here's your big retest up here at 70,825 level. Okay, and obviously if you get above that, then we come over here to the top of this level here. You're looking at that 72,660, and then we have your big breakout here, which is obviously right there, 74,415. Now again, we break out and close. You have to close above this there, but if you close above that 74,415, then you can be headed towards that $100,000. I know it sounds crazy, but 100 grand is what you're going to be going against here. But right now here for today, what you want to do is you want to watch right there. Okay, you want to watch the top of this candle here. That's at 64,835, and then we want to watch that price channel, that 65,800, to see if you can get back up there, what it does when it gets there. Is it going to be a double top situation, or we're going to break out and then we'll just follow the candles right on up here until we get to the top of this candle at that 70,825. Now, downside, you got to hold this 100 SMA here, okay? Now, you can see here how we went up here. So far here, we're holding it, okay? And that's the key. You got to hold it. Okay, so 62,925, that's going to be very, very key. Now, when you look at this 8-day, you can see where the 8-day crossed over the 200-day, the 21-day, and now you're looking just a little bit above that 50-day, okay? So that's going to be another key support level at 61,451. And then we have your 50-day right there at 61,253 level, okay? So that's going to be very, very key support. But what I like about this, and I always say in the videos, when that price gets above that 8 SMA, then she has a good shot of just ripping much higher. See, when it gets below that, this is what happens, okay? So right now, this is looking actually very, very bullish here, because now the price is not only above all your simple moving averages, but it's also above that key 8-day average. And that's going to be the key, is holding that there on a closing basis. So this is what you want to watch, is watch that 100-day, that 62,925, very, very key. And then watch this key right there, that 61,451, that 8-day. As long as you can hold above that, you can have a good sideways action. Upside, just watch right there, okay? That 65,200. You've got to break above that. If you can break above it, then here's going to be your next target. It's going to be right here, okay? Sitting at 66,065, and then you work your candles right on up here until we get the retest of 70,825. Now, you look at your RSI here. Oh, you got plenty of room to run here on the upside. You're always sitting at 59. That's looking very good. And we look here at your MACD. Your green is over your red. That shows momentum to the upside. Very, very nice here. Now, the bigger spread that we can get, this spread is a little bit tight, but when we get that bigger spread, then we get this move like that we have right up here. Okay, let's take a look here now at crude oil. Okay, here we have crude oil all stretched out here, really nice. Now, remember, the API report will be out today at 4:30. Now, I've been always pointing out this 8 SMA here, just like I do on every chart here, because it's very, very key, okay? So what it is, now it's curling up here nicely, And if you can get above that 21 day, that's always very, very bullish, just like we had here. See, when that 8-day crosses there, then this is what you get. Now, when we have a lot of, big brouhaha going on in the Middle East as far as all the wars, and now it looks like China is kind of picking up here in the crude. Now, again, remember, also another thing you want to watch is October 2nd, which is right around the corner here, is the OPEC meeting. Okay, so we're going to see if they're going to be doing any kind of a cutting or what kind of situation they're going to get. Now, they had some volunteer cuts this whole time. They've extended them here now to October 2nd, but now they were talking about, reversing and put the oil on the market, but I don't think so with the price down here. They want $90, $100 oil. They do not want this oil here in the 70s, okay? So let's look at the downside here first. So what you want to watch is yesterday's high. That's going to be key, 71.81. And then you want to watch that 21-day at 70.99. And then we want to watch this 8-day, okay, at 70.65. Those are going to be your key support levels here, especially this 21-day and that 8 SMA, as long as you can close above it like yesterday, okay? So, yeah, did it come down? Absolutely. And it held this nice level right here that has always been talking about here, the 68.58 level. And it closed right back up here again, the 8. And now you look at what we have today. Okay, we have a higher high and a higher low here so far. Okay, so today, a downside, watch that 21-day, watch that 8-day. We need to have that on a closing basis. Now, upside. Okay, so far here today, you got 72.36. So all we do here is we just go right here to the left of the chart. And what do we have here? Maybe I went a little bit too far left. Okay, so we are above this 72.20. So your next target there is going to be 72.58. Okay, so that's your next target. And then what we do is we'll come over to the bottom of this candle. You're looking at 72.83 level. And then we just work yourself right on up here. You got 73.52. And then we come up here. You have 74.16. And then we're going to come right to that 50-day sitting right there at 74.29. That's going to be your big target here on the upside. Now, again, when you look at this chart, even though we're running here, this is good. I scalp this every day. This is a good scalping opportunity. But see what is a double top situation, just like we had here. Okay, and then you can see where that fell off. This double top here, and then we have that series of lower highs all the way down. Okay, now we went right up here into that 200-day. Okay, double topped it, 100-day, double topped it, 200-day, double topped it, and then we come in all the way on down. So even if this gets to this 50-day here, this is still in a downtrend. Okay, so if you just put a line going all the way through here, you can come all the way down to that 50, maybe even higher, and it's still in the downtrend here. So don't get too excited here. Just trade this. That's the key, okay? So now what we're doing is we're trading here at the bottom is look at that 70.98 and at 70.63. That is your key levels on the support on the bottom. Upside, your key resistance is going to be right there at that 74.28 level, okay? So that's what we're going to be looking for. That's that big 50-day of the retest here, okay? Now, RSI here looking very good. You're only sitting here at a 50. This has ways to run up here. MACD, look at your green over your red. Very, very nice. But you're at the bottom, okay? You're not at the top situation here. You're at the bottom, so this has ways to run up here. So let's just see how this is all going to shake out here today. Okay, let's take a look here now at natural gas. Okay, here we have natural gas. Nice. Okay, now I've been pointing out here, this is what we had. We had a contract roll, gap and go. Now we just had another contract roll here coming into play, started this Sunday. Okay, so now what we had this bottoming tail. See on this candle here? Okay, so we had two red candles. Okay, and it looked like it was going to sell down, but realistically, as long as it held that 200-day and this 21-day on a closing basis, that's exactly what we're looking for. Okay, then we have a nice series of higher highs and higher lows. Okay, so we see this candle, okay, and we had the bottom, and then the following day, what do? We went right on up here and rallied right up here, and this was that Friday's candle. And then we closed above the resistance. That resistance there was 2.436. And then what we have here, you got 2.46. Okay, very, very nice. Now, yesterday, it didn't even come down. It just rallied right on up here very, very nicely. So I added to my long position, okay, because I'm long from down here, and I'm also trading this, okay? So now what we had here today was we have even a higher high. Now, yesterday's high was 2.646. Today's high we have up here is 2.67. So you say, okay, where do we go? So I say, always look here to the left of the chart, okay? So this is what we're looking for here, okay? Right there, 2.70, 699, say 2.70. That is going to be your next upside. okay, right there. And then what we're going to do is we're going to come up to the top of this candle, 2.76, and then we're going to come here, 2.78, and then we just work your way on up here, okay? So you had 2.83, 2.84, and then this is what you're looking for, 2.86, because this is here, right there. See this? Bring that price channel right across. This is what you're looking for next at 2.86. Now, again, if you keep on rolling, we bring the next price channel right across. And this is what you get, okay, at 2.9, roughly 95. And then we just follow the candles up here. What do we got there? Okay, you got 3 flat. We have 3.09. We have 313. And then this is what you're looking for, the big retest at 315. Now, when we were way down here, I pointed out here this double bottom situation. Okay, see this? And then we had that contract roll as a gap and go. Well, every time you see this double bottom pattern, okay, that's usually very, very good to take this back up. Now, we're above this 8-day. That's always very, very crucial. Now, one thing about it, now you can see where the price is getting a little bit outside the price channel, okay? Now, again, it can do it just like we had here, okay? See how it can run right on up here? But eventually it wants to come back to that 8 simple moving average, okay? So as this was running up, see how it comes back? Even when we got all the way up here, it wants to come back. Came on down, wants to get back to that 8. That 8 day is like a magnet to a fridge. You know what I'm saying? It just wants to come back to that. So don't get too excited here, okay? If it runs up, just hold your longs, okay? Because there's no way natural gas is going to be sitting here at 2.65. Now, there's a storm coming in here, hurricane coming in. That could be disruption there in the Gulf. That's always very bullish for oil and for natural gas. Bad for people. I give in that. But it's always good to start any kind of a disruption. Plus, this time of the year with the seasonality, going to take natural gas higher. Okay, so that's what we want to look at. So for today, this is what you want to watch. You want to watch, obviously, today's high at that 2.67 level, and then we can just come right start just following the candles right up there, 2.7 level, and then 2.6, okay, 2.76, 2.78, and then work yourself all the way up here to that 2.8. So everything you need to know about resistance is sitting right here. These are your upside targets sitting right here. Okay, so now that being said, let's look at the downside. Okay, so what do we have here for today's low is sitting at 2.58. Okay, so then what we want to do is we want to come here and just do the reverse of what we did before. Okay, so then we're going to be looking at the top of that candle, 2.48. There's support level here. You got 2.45, and then your key level here is going to be right there. Is going to be that 8-day. So just do the reverse of what we did when we were here. Okay, so we're looking for right there. We're looking at about 2.45. We hit it very, very nicely with this candle. Then we're looking here for the 2.48. Okay, and then we're taking all these candles here on up until we hit up to a high. So you just do that basically just in reverse. Okay, so the key level here is just watch today's low. That's going to be key, 2.58, and then we can watch the top of this candle. Okay, that's at 2.46 level, and then we have that 8-day at 2.42. That's exactly what we need to hold. As long as we hold that 8-day on a closing basis, this is still bullish and it's going to go higher. Once you lose that 8-day, this is what happens. Okay. Now, RSI here, well, we're getting towards that nosebleed kind of a situation, but not close yet. We're 68. We can go much higher, just like we had here. Okay. And right here, your MACD, your green over your red has been over. Very, very good. Showing very, very bullish move here. Okay. So what you want to do is just trade this range. Just look at today's high and then come on. If it comes all the way down to the 8-day, this is still going to be a buying opportunity here to take it long. As long as that 8-day holds, this is a very, very bullish chart. Okay, I'll be back here at midday, and we'll take a look at crude. We'll take a look at natural gas, and then we always throw something else in the mix. Remember, trade what's in front of you, not what you want.